Hey guys, welcome to another Twilight Tuesday, the weekly Zelda Randomizer series. Today we are doing another Twilight Princess Season 2 Randomizer race settings, as the race tournament qualifiers have just now started. I will be running in 4 of the available, I want to say there are 16 qualifiers running up until June 6th. I'm going to run in at least 4 of them to see if I can't qualify for the tournament. This is what we've been training for, Gary, as they say. But welcome on in. The settings will be in the description. Let's get going. I hope you enjoy another randomizer. Twilight Tuesday, and of course Apuna is Anuma. 3, 2, 1, and go. Let's see what our starting hints are for this week. Well, we're starting out in a very unique spot. I'm just going to grab this check while we're here. We are in the... That feels silly that we have that already. Okay, hints. We have 3 required dungeons. We have Goron Mines, Lakebed Temple, and Arbiter's Grounds. The classic move it all down by 1. Forest Temple is to Arbiters. So Forest Temple, AG, Goron Mines, and City in the Sky is Lakebed. Nothing to be found in the following areas: Elden Field, Lannaru Field, Kageru Graveyard, and Upper Zora River. All right. Yeah, we can't actually leave here. We'd be walking directly into the mist, so it would just void us out like immediately. But we do have the slingshot, so that's fascinating. Oh, we're like a pink wolf today. And is my controller like need to be unplugged, replugged? Maybe, perhaps. And piece of heart. I know, just like starting out surrounded by poison mist, just like, oh. What's funny is that, like, if that actually had a check in it, just like it might have been like a lantern check that could have gotten us around ever needing the lantern, which would have been fascinating. Okay, I kind of respect the fit today. The light blue with the white hair. Oh no, God, why are you purple? Did a little controller unplug, replug there. All right, let's go check out what we got in Orden. All right, we got goats is nothing and ice block nothing. Wait, what was that? I forgot you have 3. Okay, plum nothing. All right, so goats nothing, plum nothing. Nice. The big 100 watch streak, 5 away. And the Tims dies. Nice. With a very solid first check. Yeah, with the opponent not beating the Uma allegations as she is purple. I'm trying to think of what a purple Uma is. I can only think of blue Uma, like Twin Turbo is like blue. I'm thinking Majora McQueen's blue too, huh? I can't think of any purple Uma. Oh, the sound. What was her sound effect? Thank you for the good luck, by the way. Don't you mean Linkle? I'm just kidding. All right, what do you got for us? Yeah, okay. Sure, dog. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Okay, and the piece of heart. Okay, we have spinner iron boots. Just like out the gate, huh? Let's do some bow wrestling. Do 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 boo boo. In mash position. Ah! Switch to grab. All right. I love rock, paper, scissors. I love rock, paper, scissors. All right, gotcha. All right, one more A press. One more A. Don't go to the side. There we go. Skadoodle. Skadoosh. The Linkle fit in the sumo fight is like so solid. Even if it doesn't get randomized. All right. For the iron boots. Yeah. We're gonna have to reuse last week's thumbnail. Holy shit. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Spoon fed. All right. It's finally something not insanely good. And then we can't do the cat, and we can't go under. We can't do any of the other checks. We're done in Orden for now. So we just need to up and warp. Okay. What up, Whooper? Yeah, I mean, I get that it's race settings, and sometimes in race settings, you're gonna find a lot of stuff really fast. That's just how it is. But like, oh my. Check the sign here. We've got, for hints, we got Isa dead. Ice block dead. Literally 2 barren areas. Okay. You have 2 checks for us. Orange rupee and the big wallet. Butterfly for 100 rupees. Okay, I'm gonna pass. We have, okay, so we've done like 7 checks total. And we have 4 major items. I don't know. I don't know what this seat is. What do we got here? Just a rupee. But we already have the wallet, so that doesn't even feel bad. Sabakatsu? Bum 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 bum. Grab a postal, put it up to 16. Climb up here. All right, what do we got in this little check here? It's just a piece of heart. Yeah, I kind of expected it to be nothing that exciting, but I figured I'd knock it out since I can. Were you planning on joining? Yeah, that's what I've been practicing for. I need to play in the qualifiers, and the qualifiers have not been the greatest times for me personally, but I'm going to make sure I play in all 4 and hopefully qualify for the event. I'm hoping I can play in at least 4 prior to, like, all of them being done, so that if I do really bad in one, I can have, like, a backup. Yeah, I know about them. They just, like, they started over the weekend, and, like, I had stuff planned for Saturday, and then I had stuff planned for Sunday, and then this next one's, like, Thursday night, and I just don't really want to play Twilight Princess Thursday night. It's, like, Thursday night, like, right before Rebecca's birthday, and then the next one's, like, literally on Rebecca's birthday. Or something like that. Blue Rupee. All right, let's check out this guy. Excuses? Yeah, why would you? Thank you for the sword. Oh my god. And then in the next check, okay, Orange Rupee. Yeah, this might be like a really fast. You never know though. You never know. We had a lot of stuff in last week's. That's why the thumbnail was like the baby seed thumbnail, right? But it still ended up taking like it wasn't a PB, I don't believe. It was just a baby seed. All right, you Lake Orange Rupee, okay. Twilight Twin says, yo, Orange Rupee. I think what's weird about this seed and why it's being so front-loaded is the fact that we got, like, a lot of the far away areas. A lot of Sphere Zero was basically turned off. Wait, I'm doing this really badly. I wanted to check that up there, but then afterwards I should have gone back. Shoot. Because now I need to go get the warps for the lake. I have no path hints, which is kind of strange. But yeah, our barren zones were like... You don't understand what the sphere stuff means. So Sphere Zero implies the area of checks that require nothing for you to get. Like, as soon as you load into the randomizer, you have access to that check. That is Sphere Zero. Sphere 1 is, well, the next sphere, right? As soon as... Is this warping? Okay, yeah. Sphere 1 would be... Oh, I found iron boots. Something that requires iron boots is now in Sphere 1, right? Everything that is unlocked from something I found in Sphere 0 is Sphere 1. Sphere 2 is everything I found in Sphere 1 unlocked something in Sphere 2. And so on, right? We're going to try and get this hint up here. Let's see here. We got Orden is on the path to Stalord. Outside South Castletown Fountain Chest is Zora armor. Fountain Chest. Okay. Fountain. Okay, we actually have everything for that. It's spherical. All right, what do you say? Nothing? Nothing. That's what I thought. It like mashes a sound when you die there. I think it's like the mashing the start button sound for like skipping a thing or something. I don't know, but that sound gets randomized and it's just very silly sounding. All right, what do you got for us, Shay? Do. Something, certainly. The giant wallet. Okie dokie. Why not? $34? What a young man you are. Yes. Pet showcase. I actually got a pop-up today being like, hey, you guys didn't reach it. Do you want to extend it? And I was just like, oh. I mean, I guess. Yes, happy birthday. Congrats on Rule 34ing yourself. And from the Poe, we get a Postal. Wow, it's vanilla. It's always vanilla. Oop. Okay. Let's see here. What do we got? I already have a sword. I don't have... I guess I have slingshot. Okay. Let's check this out. Does slingshot kill these things? It does. No, it just makes them move. That's really funny. Does not kill them, simply irritates them into checking out a new location. And we almost found a use for the slingshot. How sad. It's actually not within logic as Wolf. I know you can do it as Wolf, but it's annoying, so. And we got piece art. All right. Yeah, this check's usually pretty slow, but it's not one that's like normally hinted. So I just check it out. Whoop. Sorry, just wanting to adjust my volume a little bit. It was a little loud for me. Normally that pops up on my other monitor. Well, because the slingshot doesn't do damage. It does... I don't know how to explain damage in this game. It's very complicated and stupid. I've talked about it before. But there's essentially an amount of damage that can be dealt that is considered damage, but not like a quantity of damage. Like, there are enemies in the game that simply die to, like, the concept of damage, but don't actually have HP. And that's like Keese, right? Keese and like the spiders. They die just to you hitting them with anything. But, which makes you think that they do damage, right? Like, Right, the slingshot on a Keese will kill the Keese. So it makes you think, oh, if I slingshot something enough times, it will die, right? It does damage. No. No, it does not. If you slingshot a moblin or a boblin, whatever they're called, they will never die. They just keep being, like, interrupted, but they do not die unless they're on, like, a ledge, in which case they will fall over and die because they die from falling. Rats are another example. The slingshot exists in Legend of Zelda, is here to be an item you get to then get the bow later. Like, it always exists as a thing to then turn into the bow. What up, Bruce? Alright, underwater check here. And we got a blue rupee. And this sign's gonna give us some hints, and it says, beside Castletown, path to Moorfield, Goron Mines outside Clawshot chest is a Goron Mine small key. Fascinating. Okay. And then in the other underwater chest, we have... is that back-to-back blue rupees in here? We know where Zora armor is, but we don't actually need to get Zora armor until we're going to Lakebed. Because we don't need to enter Lakebed. We enter Lakebed through City in the Sky. So... okay, well, there's shield attack. And there's Piece of Heart. Okay, let's go check out Castletown. Well, to be fair, you're saying you had Way of the Hero here, right? And it gave you nothing. But, like, there's only, like, 8 checks total, and 2 of them are the double claw shot chests. So the chances that it's one of those 2 chests is, like, fairly high, percentage-wise. What's Charlo got for us? Orange rupee. Maybe you should buy yourself a house with that. Just a thought. Perhaps. 22% is a pretty solid amount. Just saying. And from you, we get purple rupee. All right, whatever. Me when Yuri. Okay. Agatha has nothing. Oh, did you have to move back home with your parents after the job scenario? That's unfortunate. Let's get this put us up to 20 so that we can get Giovanni check. Giovanni, which was a shield. Okay. Yes, meow. But you know what? That $500 is probably a lot cheaper than your rent. So you'll be saving a lot of money in the long run. Hopefully you can find a new spot or a new job, new income sooner than later. Or whatever you're looking into. All right. Arbiter's Grounds on the path to Ganondorf. Sacred Rupee Spinner Chest. Rupee. Sacred Rupee is Rupee? I don't think I said that right. And then you don't give me a hint, do you? Is your light closed? Or are you always open now? Oh, okay. You're just always open. Interesting. I'm down. Because then I can see what you have for sale. If it's anything I need, it's a rupee. Okay. Boop. So, pretty much cleared Castletown. Good afternoon, Jordan. Wait, there's the check that we need to not forget about because it was added with Season 2 and it is not on the map tracker yet of the big Goron in here. What do you got for us? 20 arrows. No, I don't think so. All right. Let's head to South Castletown. See what we can't find. So we know one of the checks here is very good. Well, we know it's Zora armor and that we need that. I wonder what our routing should actually be here. I honestly need to get a lot better at, like, effective routing. Because I feel like no matter what, I always find myself just going to wherever the most checks are, even if, like, I already have information telling me to just kind of go here. Like, even if I can go do something in an area, I find myself still just kind of routing to 100% the seed instead of routing to finish as fast as possible, which is not, you want to finish, right? That would be so bad if I hadn't just gotten if I hadn't just gotten this. Okay, well, I need to not fail that. Anyways, beside Castletown, one major item. Okay. This is not beside Castletown. This is South Castletown. I keep forgetting if it's, like... like, what angle you need for this. If it's, like, a more... like, this? Okay. Or, like, a... no, that's it. Okay, so I gotta be more, like, sideways. But that's Zora armor. Cool, yippee. We knew that was Zora armor. I'm just thinking, what do we need to finish our dungeons right now? So we have 3 dungeons: Arbiter's Grounds, Goron Mines, Lake Bed. To finish Arbiter's Grounds, we need just a sword, lantern. Sword, lantern, spinner, claw shot, ball and chain, or bombs. That's the full list there. And in this check, we have seeds. Yippee. Okay. To finish Lake Bed, we need arrows, claw shot, sword, iron boots, Zora armor. bombs. It's looking like this might be a Gale Boomerang-less seed. Because none of our areas require Gale Boomerang. Goron Mines is going to require just the bow. That's all we're missing from Goron Mines, I believe. Just bow. And we saw that beside Castletown is something, and we have the we can get one of the like 3 checks that are in beside Castletown. So let's go knock that out. Yeah, I've noticed the rando race settings actually really like being rangless. The ring is really only required for a couple of things, so it's just very frequently not needed. The claw shot just happens to overlap with almost everything that it can do. Hello, Boomer. Angless. Oh, not the corpse of the other one's shell, like, blocking. Even in death. Protecting even in death. A mother's job is never done. Well, now it is. Thanks for the bombs. I destroyed the entire bloodline, dude. Don't worry about it. Horse call, go over here to the Great Bridge. We have a couple checks we can get here. Let's get our very, very purple horse. I'm shocked that we found wallet twice, but then every single money check was nothing. That was very baffling. I guess there is one wallet check we haven't looked at, which is the Kakariko Village 200 rupee check, but you don't need more than one wallet for that. I suppose you do need a wallet for it, though. All right, up here we got silver rupee. What up, cute kitty? Welcome on in. Ah, I missed the Epona slide. How am I supposed to style on the hose if I miss the Epona slide? What is even the point of anything anymore? All right, you 0 swords can be found in dungeons. Zora's domain on Dorobi is okay. Wait, what was that check? Zora's domain underwater Goron. That's what that was. The underwater Goron is nothing. Got it. I'm just like, underwater rupee? That doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? What underwater rupee? It's the underwater Goron is a rupee. Okay, and left is nothing. And right is nothing. Okay. Kakariko Village time. Hello, Remy, over on TikTok. What is up? Don't I also know the spinner chest is nothing over in Grove? We also know Koro bottle is nothing because we know that Akatha is completely empty. Let's go check out the shop. What do we got here? The stream just lagged. That sucks. Hopefully it stops doing that. You got nothing for me. Okay. It's Malomard Hylian Shield done. I can't get the check up there, but I can get the one behind. Let's just do a spin attack here. Yeah, the routing of the random rupees is kind of crazy. Like the freestanding rupees. There's just like so much crap. All right, the underwater rupee check is, or the underwater check is going to be a bobble. All right. Not necessarily needed. The 0 swords in dungeons check actually puts me in a very peculiar situation where I don't really feel like I need to investigate the dungeons early. The thing I was talking about earlier with my routing and how like, oh, I gotta adjust my routing because I just go around. No, I kind of just want to go around and get everything. Okay, can we stop snapping back here? Open the door. Controller? Because we need to find 2 more swords and they can be anywhere in the open world. So we just kind of got to go check everything until we find them. In here, let's go check Barnes bombs. We probably want to sell our bombs too, and then get water bombs just so that we have water bombs. Hello. Deep. Your wallet is full. Are you sure? Yes. For an orange rupee, gosh, really? None of the shop checks have been anything. All right. Very confusing, but I won't complain. Only 2 more checks already. Gone through CAC fast. The next area we want to go is probably North Eldon. There are 5 available checks there. But then after that, I think we want to... It's a little dicey. We really want to find a bow. I suppose the bow could be in a dungeon, because none of the dungeons are barren. Well, what sucks is I can't currently finish any dungeons. In this check, we have Piece of Heart. What items do you need to find every single run? The spinner, the master sword, double claw shot. I believe that's it at this point in time. Alright, let's do a little setup here. We gotta line up with these dots. And left, and roll, and bonk, and then backflip, and then over. Yes, we lower the thing in Castletown. That's why I didn't include ring. Okay, in this check up here, we get another bottle. All right. Let's go up to Eldon, because that's done with CAC. Basically full cleared CAC, too. That was a very solid... We can go to Goron Mines. We can enter it. We can do a couple of checks. But it just, I don't know, it feels bad. I should really be using Epona here. With the amount of stuff we found so far and areas I've been able to full clear, I feel like this siege should be exceptionally fast. It really, I just gotta like route it out properly. Oh, right, I don't have bomb arrows. I was gonna bomb arrow the rocks. Epona, watch out! Oh, you're fine, cool. What do you have for us, little sign? Major item beside Castletown cap. All right, so we're in the Stalfos Grotto. 3 checks in here. 1, which will be a sword. Okay. Massive. I always miss this check because it's hidden. It's sword number 2. Some extra water bombs. Just wait a second. There we go. Okay. What do you got? Okay, so the sword is what we were here for, but the sword is a nice little upgrade. I feel like this hole here, this grotto, used to, when I did no logics, it always had something, and I'd have to do the stupid Epona out of bounds and go all the way around. It was so much work to get these 3 checks, and it always had something useful in it. Okay. So we can get 2 more checks up here, but then it's we need to enter a dungeon. There's got to be stuff in dungeons. There's got to be stuff in dungeons. Okay. That's really not faster if I don't do it right. It is faster if I do it right, though. There we go. First check, and... Okay, Rupee. Can you... out of my way? And here we go. Whoop. Nothing twice. All right. Yeah, sure. I'm down for strats. I think it's Goron Mines time. Because I don't think we can enter City in the Sky, which means we can't enter Lake Bed. And we can't finish Arbiter's Grounds. We can't do anything in Arbiter's Grounds. So yeah, no, we really just want to go straight to Goron Mines here, because Arbiter's Grounds first check, or like the first check is always a small key. Hold on, I'm being silly. The first check is always a small key, and the second area always requires a lantern. So We don't have lantern. We can't do that, right? Even though it's Forest Temple to Arbiter's Grounds, so we could enter it right now. Oh my god, cat, you're adorable. Do not redeem cat cam. I forgot to set it up today. Just saying. Despite there's an adorable cat in the cat cam location. Alright, let's grab some hearts. Ugh. I gotta be able to jam my head into the lava here. That's why I need hearts. Gotta get this check up here. It's the small key. I could do the fast method, but it's really not that slow to come over here and do this, especially since they have the cutscenes turned off. Like, honestly, I bet you if I timed that, it would be, like, within a couple seconds. Alright, one Goron Mine small key acquired. And in the right chest, we have the big key, so big key done. And they used to keep this on here, but it's been since turned off, the, like, big magnet. Go around the big scaly boy. Oop, did not mean to do that. There we are. Let's clip through this boy here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should clip on the 8th there. Cool. I wonder if the Linkle thing will be allowed in the tournament. I don't see why not, but also I have no idea. I don't think it affects anything. Other than it looks like Linkle, and that's cool. Piece of heart. Thank you, old man. I feel like you probably need that more than I do, but thank you. Some shmoney. It's allowed? Cool. And piece of heart. No, it has a smaller model, not hitbox. Those are not the same. It is allowed. Fun. Nah, because one's just the texture. The hitbox is unchanged. Simply the graphic on top of it is changed. Okay, we give this check over here. Ugh, we're not finding that bow. And we're gonna need it here soon. Owie. There's my big magnet. Okay, this Zora armor color also fucking eats. Let's go. I love when the completely random colors are like really nice. I learned how to do a fast thing here, but I've honestly forgotten what it was. And it saves, like, again, like a handful of seconds. So I'm just gonna press the button. You know what loses a lot more time than this? Missing it. Missing the trick and then having to do it a second time. Yeah, that's really slow. All right, what do we got up here? Something good, I hope. Ah, gosh, it's all buddy, all the way down. I'm down to save 2 seconds. In a speedrun, I usually am. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of crazy like that. In a randomizer race, my goal isn't to be as fast as possible. It's just to beat the other guy. Which, you know, sometimes requires me to be as fast as possible. But not all the time. Sometimes it's just, you know, be a little bit faster. But this we know is a small key. And then we get the underwater chest, which gets us, come on, bow. Green rupee, not the bow, not at all the bow. Now let us see here. Oh wait, I forgot the chest on the other side. There's always the chance that the bow is vanilla, which would be interesting. Oh, it is not vanilla, but rather right there. Okay. That means we can beat the dungeon. But we have a sign up here that says if there's anything further ahead that we need. So we might as well go check the sign. I know it's pretty damn close to vanilla, like within a couple checks. Something good beyond this point, but there are no big keys. Gale Boomerang is somewhere, but not required. Yeah, I had a feeling this was an unrequired boomerang seed. I'm not super afraid of wearing the Zora armor here. After the initial area. I don't feel like I get hit by lava that often. A second bow? Okay, so there were 2 bows in Goron Mines. Both of them are within, like, shouting distance of each other. Fascinating. I think I need to do one more hop back for the fast. That's fine. I should probably relearn that, because that's not just a couple of seconds. It's like a handful of seconds. Like a tummy ache, a candy kind of seconds. You know what I mean? Yeah. You just got to get the spot correct. You can't do it with that setup. It's been a long time since I've done it, but I know that the thing that makes the trick happen is the shoot, my brain short-circuited. The thing that makes the trick happen is the position. You just happen to be able to get the position easily with the Master Sword setup. But you can get the position with other things. You just have to know how. What do we got here? For the bow, it'd be so funny if it was also a bow. Mortal Draw. Okay, well, we get to be quick. We gotta turn on these bad boys. I like to kill more than I need to because I don't like them. Bemo's desire death, actually, as a matter of fact. Bemo's chest, his piece of heart. We want to pull this one back 4 times. I actually made a mistake and I forgot to pull this one back. If you don't pull it back all 4 times, it will reset. 3, 4. But as far as we know, there's still something good beyond this point. We know it's not the Master Sword, so I'm guessing it's the lantern. Oh, yeah, you don't say. Huh. I'm gonna not go the other direction because I feel like it's probably not anything we need. Blando? God, I don't think so. Unless I subconsciously cheated, but I don't know. It doesn't sound like me. The reason you leave on the Zora armor for here, by the way, is because of this area right here. It's faster. This right here, baby. Yeah! That saves like half a second. If you were in regular tunic, it's slow. I'm not even kidding. Alright, let's go mess up the boss. But finding the lantern, that's gonna give us access to arbiters, huh? So we can full clear arbiters now? What are we still looking for? Sky character? Come on, virus. Let's go. I'm taking my dog for a walk. It's not a dog. It's a grown-ass man. Yeah, he's just gonna have those kind of human-like personality traits, doesn't he? Hello? Whatever. Bark. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see if I can. All right. Can I get the fast? No, he's gonna be a big meanie. Sometimes that works. I don't know why it doesn't work sometimes. It's like I was clearly like I pulled the thing far enough where it should have knocked him over, but whatever. As if I really look like this. Big fan meanie. This seed is incredible. Just a delight, if you ask me. Wait, what did we actually get? What was the boss? Oh, it's a grasshopper. Yeah, that can stay here. I don't need that. Alright, let's get out of here. Wait. I can just warp. I forgot you can just warp. Ah, you stop. You know what? It might actually be within my best interest to find the sword before I... This feels dumb, but... Since we found the lantern... Oh, and I can even do that without leaving. Because there's lantern checks here. We know sword is not in a dungeon, but it would speed up our Arbiter's Grounds pretty significantly. To find the sword. Sword, double claw shot are really all we're looking for at this point. Because ball and chain is never actually required. All right, over here in this lantern chest, piece of heart. This is hilariously where we started. Let's see what we have here. Because we didn't have the lantern at the start, so I couldn't just light these. But this being a check would be really funny to me. And... Nah, nothing. Let's go Gorge. We have 3 at Gorge, and then we have 2 at Orden. Go. Some menuing mistakes, but we are in. I have not said nearly enough unhinged shit today. The rando's just been so good. I've been focused on the rando. This is the most serious, the most serious rando I've ever done for a Twilight Tuesday. Hey, the fishing rod. That makes going to Orden feel way better because we get to full clear Orden too. Yeah, no, it's just been a commentated speedrun rando thing, and I'm just like talking it through. Oh, that worked? Okay, that was so clean. All right, what do you got for us? I think one of these might have Gale Boomerang. Jump Strike. Are we just gonna, like, get the entire hidden skills? Let's do it again. Yeah. Not having to wait for the web's kind of sick. Alrighty, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. All right, fastest way out of here is save and quit. But hour 7, dungeon down, missing 2 checks to finish is kind of crazy. The fact that there also might be more shit in Orden is, like, almost making me mad. Like, what do you mean there's more shit in Orden? The Orden already gave us 3 checks. It had Iron Boots, Spinner, and Claw Shot. Oh dear. Okay, we have lantern, bow. Do, 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 do. But the thing that's really saving our routing right now is the fact that we have a hint saying that there are no swords in dungeons, which means that we really do just get to hunt it down. Didn't we have a hint that was like something is path to Ganondorf? Does anyone remember what that hint was? I had to, like, get the cat to come back. I definitely just forgot what button you press to reel this in, and tried to press, like, X and it didn't work, and then I tried to press A and it put my fish away, the rod. Yeah, okay. It's C-stick. It's C-stick down to fish. Goodbye, kitty. Meow. Oh, shit. I had to scratch my nose. I wasn't pressing the right button to swim properly. But my nose was itchy. What was I supposed to do? Just let my nose be itchy? Nonsense. All right. Nothing for that. Okay. I'm not that surprised that there's nothing here, but I am very depressed about it. I want to say it was Arbiter's Grounds was path to Ganondorf, which to me says that Arbiter's Grounds has double claw shot. Hello, male guy. Hello, rat. Ow. Okay, so this will be full clear Orden. Stop with the rats. I've had enough. Knock it off! Okay, so that was nothing. How do you feel about Rad Grotto after the health settings? I always knew that the Rad Grotto was going to be, like, the problem in the health settings. But it's just like, yeah, okay. I don't know how else to put it than, like, I expected you to be miserable, and then you were, but, like, almost more miserable than I expected. But it's like, I don't know, when you sign yourself up for torture, and then the torture tortures you, you're kind of just like... Yeah. I can't blame the rats. They're just doing their job. Yeah, I had a feeling I missed one. All right. What do we got? Skybook. Okay, so that is a needed check. That is access to lake bed. So... I was trying to be fast enough to where the Poe wouldn't hit me. But not such speed do I have. Light these bad boys. We know the spinner chest is nothing we need. I already marked that off. Okay. I'm starting to think it might be the Great Bridge of Hylia checks, but it also could be Lenaru Spring. Oh, you know what? Arbiter's Grounds. Arbiter's Grounds could have the double claw shot, and double claw shot might lead us to the final two sword checks, which would be Path to Ganondorf. Without necessarily being within the dungeon itself. So sword wouldn't necessarily be in the dungeon, but I would still need to do arbiters before I could do... That would make sense. Oh, shoot. Let's just get this real quick. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna go to arbiters now. I'll just have to do a slightly slower arbiters, and that's fine. How many swords? 4. There are 4 swords total. Oopsies. That is obviously slow, but it's fine. This will take us to Arbiter's Grounds. I'm already a wolf, so I don't need to do the human movement. Ike's Mallow in the chat. Oh my god, it's a small key. No way. All right. In we go. Bum, 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 bum. Ah! All right. Post soul. Got your cutscene. It was created offline. People had just been asking for it for a while. I recorded it like, yeah, I made it outside stream. Only the big key beyond this point. Eldenfield has the boomerang. Okay, I misread that then. I thought it was Gorge for some reason. All right, check over here. Oh, there's our double claw shot. Like I was saying, it's in here. I gotta check the sign again. What did it say? Only the big key. Okay, yeah. Did Rebecca hold the camera? No. I used my camera. Like my webcam or my this. I used this camera here. Our container. Do I still need to be checking things? Oh wait, I don't have. Move. There we go. I guess I still need small keys because I need to get to. I need to get all of the pose because I need to open up the door, right? But I don't need to look for anything else, I don't believe. Unless both Dominion rods and or Ars Memo is in Arbiter's Ground. There could be something else here that gets us checks in the open world. Thank you, Remy. Speed rat. This is a very fast seed, though. I made a mistake. There we go. I believe I need a small key from over here. So we have some new Twitch features as of today. I haven't fully worked them out, but I did enable one of them. They added basically the ability for you to have like the bit alerts. Like I've always had bit alerts, right? But now they can be like listed through Twitch, which is cool. Other than the fact that the listed through Twitch version is max of 50, but that's you shouldn't have more than 50 bit alerts. That is just too confusing for anyone and everyone. There's also a new, like, custom badge thing. I haven't looked into that too much, but I guess we have, like, custom badges, piece of heart. It's the 62 cents one, called 62 cents. Yeah, that's the one I made. See, look at that. It's very specifically the amount of... Thank you for the 62 bits. It's the amount of money in the Flying Dutchman's pocket. And it's just, look, Silver, money. I can't believe you sold your soul. You sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents. What, you think I could have gotten more? But I will move all of my bit alerts over to that probably either off stream today or tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow since I didn't stream yesterday, but so when I didn't stream yesterday, I told myself it's fine. I'll, you know, because I was feeling sick. I was feeling sick yesterday. So I had the thought of, like, whatever, I'll stream tomorrow, or I'll work on my YouTube stuff, right? But I actually was feeling, like, fairly bad. And I did not get any YouTube stuff done yesterday. Other than I made sure the video was ready to go live for Twilight Tuesday. But that's it. So my concept of don't take Thursday off because, like, I already took Tuesday off kind of falls apart because I still need... No, not that. I still need to take the time off to work on YouTube. So I'm actually running low on clips to post. I've been posting 2 every single day. You are the bane of my existence. I've been posting 2 a day for the last, like, month or so now. A couple months? There we go. Are we almost done? There we go. That guy is not gonna live very long, and that's fine by me. No, yeah, I've been posting 2 a day for a while, and I have been kind of slacking on making more recently. I basically haven't even started on the, like, 7-hour max settings rando. So I worked on that this morning, but it could use some more work. I need to find more clips and such. So I probably should still take tomorrow off. It's so disheartening, like, the amount that I see on, like, Twitter, Blue Sky, everywhere about, like, how to grow as a content creator right now is basically just stop streaming. If you want to grow your Twitch, literally stop streaming on Twitch. Stream enough on Twitch to get footage, and that's it. until you actually grow, and then you can stream on Twitch. But otherwise, like, there's just no point to being live unless you have a lot of viewers already. Doesn't it sound cringe? What's up, Krabby Abby? I hate it. And it's literally just, you don't get new viewers on Twitch anymore. You gotta just make shorts and YouTube stuff. But I like streaming on Twitch. This song was not meant to loop for the entirety of a dungeon. Do you know how much time the Po1 skip saves? Ah, off the top of my head, no. I thought Po1 skip wasn't allowed in the rando settings, though. At least for the speedrun stuff, like for the race. I could have swore we had to get all 4 pos. And there we are. I'd have to check the rules. But I feel like I normally just kill them anyways. Wait a second, I'm being stupid. Oh, you silly guy. You silly, silly, silly. This is so much faster. Even at the point where I remember it later, it's still faster by a good margin. Not my cleanest dungeon. Honestly, I think the thing that I could get much better at for the race stuff is the way that I path through dungeons. I would argue I'm still pretty quick at them from when I used to speedrun, but I'm quick at them for, like, clearing them out entirely, or at least doing the speedrun stuff, but I'm not very good at, like, routing them in a randomizer sense. I did some ILs of Forest Temple a while back to get better at that, but I really didn't do any ILs for any other locations. Up we go! I really wanted the Master Sword just to speed up this boss, though, because we're gonna have to 2-cycle now. And that is lame. But, okay. Have a nice lurk, Fonzie McZeal. But I wouldn't have wanted. I didn't have the boomerang to do Po 1 skip. I guess I could have done it with the spinner, because that's a thing. But I would have had to, like, kind of, like, brute force it. Is there lore on what Star-Lord looked like was before? Not that I know of. I haven't read the manga yet. I was waiting for the manga to be finished to buy the box set, and then I just have had other things to buy. Like giant Sylveon plushies. Wow, and I'm even failing the first one. Come on. Okay, there's knockdown 1. But sadly, I don't think you can bomb arrow. You have to sword, which means I have to do it twice. I think I could have had it there. It's too high. I gotta just roll. Weird. Weird. Also weird. He's like dipping away from me a lot faster than I would have expected him to. I have to wait out the fireball. No, I went past. There we go. Gosh. The going past thing is so frustrating. Because it means like I got it, but I held the brake slide too long, I believe. I really need to like actually lab this a little bit and figure out how it works, since I refuse to go up normally. I clearly refuse to ever go up the proper way. So I, at a minimum, should learn how the brake slide method works instead of just YOLOing it every single time. Whoa! Oh, let's not go into the pit. No, no pits for me, please. Like my average ground pit list today, actually. Okay. How are we feeling today? Pretty good. Do you mean like because I was sick yesterday? Because yeah, way better. I had like a low-grade migraine like all day. It was terrible. And I probably could have streamed, but I just really did not want to force Twilight Tuesday. I like being chipper and, you know, spry for the one piece of content that I do that I make YouTube and TikTok content out of. You know what I mean? Get the double claw shot check over here. And nope. We're really just looking for Master Sword. Because again, we know that it has to be not in a dungeon. And now that we have the double claw shot, I'm fairly confident the double claw shot is something that gets us to Master Sword. So we just gotta look around. We gotta look around until we find it. That's Hylian Shield. Okay. What are all the double claw shot checks? Clockpit subscribed tier 3 for 69 months. Can I get a nice in the chat? Thank you for the tier 3 for 69 months. Welcome back to the Brisk Boys. Nice. I really, really appreciate the continued support, friend. Double claw shot chasm chest. I already got. I have a feeling this probably isn't it, but if it is, that'd be cool. All right. Let's see if I can remember how to do this quickly. Let's go one. Go over there, slide through. Ooh, a little bit more to the right, and a little bit more to the right here. There is a optimal path. All the way through those. And then it's like down through those. Down again. Up. And then up to the top. And drop down. Yay! Pretty fast. That is the magic armor. How did you get that? I see. Okay. Let's go gorge. I have double claw shot check here at the gorge. Which I didn't get earlier. I knew the setup at one point, like I think in the last tournament settings, I knew the setup for doing this as Wolf Link, but I found it very... It was a lot for one check. I probably should relearn it, because it was pretty fast. And it lets you get a check. The double claw shot checks out of logic that are allowed are just so fast. Because if this is the Master Sword, it's not. Okay. Shoot. That's bad. Yeah, that's bad. Where the heck could the Master Sword be? Classic case of... Good run. Good baby seed ends up taking an hour longer because there's one check you're missing. Because then even after we get the check, I still have to go do all of Lake Bed. Oh my god. It's a shame you take fall damage from that. It would be so fast if you didn't. I mean, it's fast regardless, but it'd be so fast. Oh, fuck. Can't even warp out of here. We have one in Zorda's domain. There's always something that's got to tack on, like, an extra hour to my seeds. And you are not the Master Sword. Fuck. No. Okay, I'm like looking at my map, and it's just like, all I have left is Lake Bed and these two really annoying checks over here. I feel like our hints were kind of useless today. One, two, three, 4, 5. Wah. And up here, I'll grab this check first, because if it's the Master Sword, it'll be very fast, so just grab it and get out of here. Nope, bottle of lantern oil. This is our last available check, not in a dungeon. Which means we're gonna have to find something somewhere. Like maybe Lake Bed ended up having. God, maybe Lake Bed has something, or this just is the Master Sword and we're good. We're good to go. Okay. Shit. I technically skipped a couple checks and arbiters, but they all said there was nothing. I missed one check in Goron Mines, but I really doubt that was a check we needed for anything. That wouldn't make any sense. Unless it was Memo. I guess Memo could be in here. Because we have to go to City in the Sky to get to Lake Bed. Alright. Let's clear out this dungeon. For how good the start was, it's really falling apart. There's Memo. And there's Memo. God, it was like early in the dungeon too. Shit. I think one of the greatest changes that Dusk has as like a default setting. Dusk is the Twilight Princess PC port for those unaware. I guess it's called like Dusk Light now because I guess there was some other game coming out named Dusk, and they were like, "Oh shit, my bad." Is they have a setting that's just every time you grab a ledge, you always double hand grab it, and it's so nice. The one hand grab thing is so silly. There's just like a random 50-50 chance that you climbing something will be insanely slow instead of not insanely slow. Okay, let's get the chandelier chest. The under the bosky chest. We just slide down here. Let's go get the sign next. Yeah, see how we one hand grab there and it takes us forever to, you know, get our bearings and whatnot. All right, sign. What do you got for us? Only the big key beyond this point. Got it. But the big key is beyond this point, so I do need to do, like, half the dungeon. There should be nothing else in the seed we need. They're right, other than the Master Sword, which is probably in the desert. We might need another small key here in Lake Bed. The invoice, okay. I didn't need any of those. I don't think I need another small key. Yes, I do. I need exactly one more small key to get through the gate on the other side, or this gate right here. Okay, what do you have? Not a small key. Crap. That means I'm gonna have to drop down. Because you also need a small key to get through that. My current assessment is that the small key is in the... With both of the checks in here, you're supposed to get, like, after... up the upper area. So my assumption is that the small keys were in these chests out here. chest on the right has small key. All right. Well, I was correct. That's nice. What a funny feeling. I need to be on the upper level. I can't get there from bottom level. I doubt I need whatever this is, but okay, well, it's the other small key. Well, I guess I was very right in my assessment as to where the keys might be. They were together. To think we were done with the first dungeon within the first hour, and now we're coming up on 2 hours. Like, the fact that this was like literally a bigger baby seed than last week, which was the biggest baby seed we've ever seen, and neither of them are going to PB is really funny to me. Yeah, I think that's just what happens. The swords are generally the thing that just decides, hey, by the way, your seed's taking 3 hours. You're going to get every check in the game to find these swords. Because you need 3 of them. And like I had that hint that told me kind of where they were, in the sense that they're in the overworld, which like jebaited me into clearing the fucking entirety of the overworld, right? Finding nothing ever. Right, you cannot get through there this way. You have to go... Can you let me in? Invisible walls, stop this. Stop this right now. Enough. God, what is this? Mario 64? I love when you can just hear the Lizalfos dying. Just like far away. It tries to follow you down and dies instantly. Oh, he's such a little dingus, that game. I fucking love George, the Lizalfos. Yes, we know the boss key is over here somewhere, but we don't know where. But as soon as we get it, we're done with the dungeon. Which means we can go back to scouring the entirety of the world for the... Master Sword. The craziest thing is that there's two. There's 2 swords somewhere in this seed. And they are just nowhere to be found. No, we do not need to do that. Oh, you need water for this, huh? Okay. It's not a... Yeah, no, it's just water. Ah! There we are. Okay, we're gonna go over here and do a little skippy skip. Ups a daisy. I love that skip. It's so simple, but I didn't know about it for a very long time. Let's take a look-see here. What do we got? What do we got? Not the boss key. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, I stole it from Lakebed IL too. It was either Lakebed IL or glitchless speedrunning, but it's one of those things where you see it and you're just like, huh, the fuck? It's just so simple. You can just do that. The sound pack is Linkle. We're Linkle from Linkle. We're not Child Link. We're women. Shoutouts to women. Women! Yes. Okay, up to Daisy. We gotta go around here. It's gonna make me get like all of the checks, huh? TP Rando wouldn't do that to me, would it? It wouldn't make me do the entirety of this area. It's gonna give me the boss key right here. This is it. Please give me the boss key. No, it's a bottle of milk. Bosky? Watch it be vanilla Bosky, which is like one of the slowest checks of all time. Bro, are you? Especially without, oh my god, I don't even have Gale Boomerang to make it not as. It's so bad without Gale Boomerang. Yep. Bosky, please. Please, 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 please. Gosh darn it. A 1,000 curses be upon ye, family. Can you make that? Not like that. I wanted to pull out my sword, but I forgot that if you're midair, you don't really pull out your sword. You just kind of... I mean, I might be able to make it from here. Okay, not like that. I love waiting. So yeah, if you have Gale Boomerang, at this point, you can just like skip over to the end, but I don't, so I have to like do this whole puzzle maze thing. Maybe it'll spare me, and this will be the boss key, and not the actual boss key check. Thanks, game. You're so kind to me. Anyways. My inner child was, maybe not my inner child. For the first time in about 10, 15 years, over this weekend, I got to experience an arcade that didn't make me sad. Because, unfortunately, in the United States, most places that I've gone, the art of a good arcade has simply gone away. It's been replaced by giant mobile games. And they're so ass, and I hate them all. I despise modern arcades. Because I, personally, really like rhythm games. I like rhythm games at arcades. And for some reason, every arcade that I go to has 0 rhythm games. Why is the water not raised? What did I do wrong? Yeah, I don't want to play Subway Surfers on a joystick or Doodle Jump. I don't want to play Giant Doodle Jump. I want to play that, like, Simpsons game. The Simpsons game is sick. You know the one I'm talking about, right? The arcade Simpsons game, like the 4-player, and you got like the big clown as the first big boss. That game's awesome. I used to love that game at arcades. It's a classic. But I was out shopping over the weekend. Well, first I went to a Pokemon TCG tournament, undefeated, by the way. Just undefeated. So we were in a different town for this, and while we were in the town, we decided to go shopping. They had like an outlet mall, and the outlet mall had a little arcade, and it had like 4 or 5 different rhythm games in it, and like skee ball, and oh my god, I had never felt so happy. It had like Japanese imported gacha machines. Like, actually brought a tear to my eye. We even played one of the, like, gacha machines. It had, like, a bootleg, like, Evolution set in it. And we played the little, it was like a little claw machine, and we were able to grab the bootleg Sylveon. Actually, like, top 10 moments of my life right there. Where we named him Sylvester. Because he is bootleg. I did have to ask the guy to put, because it was like under the it wasn't in the actual thing. It was like underneath, and we had to be like, hey man, can I, like, how do we get stuff from down there? And he goes, oh, I can just like move it. And he goes and picks it up. And then puts it in with the rest of the plushes. And is like, yeah, good luck. Go. Show us Sylveon. It has it's one of the ones that you like. Yeah, oopsies. It has a little suction cup. We mounted it inside our car. So I do not have it here. But Sylvester / Sylveon is hanging in from our car window. Thanks, Mallow. What up, Easto? Thank you for the 70 month. Just had to one up. One up RJ. Not RJ. One up Jordan. The 69 and the 70. Let's go. Sheesh. He still has that privilege. Welcome back to the Brisk Boys, and thank you so much for the continued support. I can just hold B and skip the text. Why am I mashing? But it was so awesome. The other thing that was funny about that shopping trip is we went to this outlet mall to try and buy shoes, and I tried on like so many different pairs of shoes, and none of them felt very comfortable. It was either the shoe was boring, so I wasn't interested, or it wasn't comfortable. One of the shoes was actually like a Messi shoe, like the soccer player Messi, and it was like pink and blue. It was everything I would ever want in an aesthetic, and I put on the shoe and I wanted to cry because it was so fucking uncomfortable, and I was just like, I can't do it. I'm not wearing this shoe. Despite it being the most SwiftIke shoe of all time. Ugh. Even though it did have, you know, Messi on it. Like, it had his name on the shoe, and I'm just like... hopefully it's small enough print where no one will ask me shit about soccer. I don't know fuck all. No, it was, like, too narrow of a shoe. Different insoles, like, might have helped it, but, like, I don't know. I got real sensitive feet because I don't stand enough. I'm low on bomb arrows, so I'm gonna have to... And not Master Sword, crying. But what's really funny about the story, so I try on all these shoes, none of them feel right. There was like one that was like really close, but just like wasn't in my size, so we end up going to Costco after the shoe shopping, and Costco's got like $25 Adidas on sale that were the most comfortable shoe I had tried on all day. We're at like the official Nike outlet mall and Adidas outlet mall, trying on all these different shoes, and none of them were comfortable. And then I go to Costco and buy the $20 shoes, and they're just like so fine. I was just like, yeah, okay. The $150 Messi shoes felt like shit, but these felt nice. It also led us down the rabbit hole of looking up who the fuck Messi is, because like I knew. Oh my god, we got it. We got the sword. Let's go. Now we're in go mode. The Messi shoes, they were so in my colors. Oh, they were so... I wanted them so bad, but I put them on. I swear I cried. But yeah, now I know who Messi is. But like, it's like, I mean, like, I knew who he was, right? I was like, oh yeah, Messi's like the soccer player, but I didn't know like what made Messi Messi, right? It's like someone who's heard LeBron, but didn't know LeBron's stats, right? Like, I had seen Messi shirts on people. I knew he was like a soccer player. I did not realize he was like the GOAT of GOATs. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize like how goated he was. And that we ended up like looking that up and reading all of the times that he's won everything ever. Apparently he's been playing soccer for like 50 years and he's been the GOAT the whole time, which is like insane. Because soccer, the football is the #1 sport in the world. he's basically like the faker of football. That's that's pretty impressive. I'm always incredibly baffled by people that are just the best at something, because like people will talk about LeBron and be like, is he really better than Jordan? And there's like that whole, or like, is he really better than Kobe? And there's like a debate. But then with like Faker and Messi, there is no debate. I don't know of any other people where there's no debate. This is just the best. They are the best. They're the GOAT, and there's no disputing that. I didn't realize that Messi was like on that level. But it's always very, very impressive to me when those people exist, especially when it's so pop. Because like there's GOATs of like Mario 64, right? But it's just like, yeah, there's like 1,000 people who can speedrun. Maybe it's less than a few thousand people who speedrun Mario. Like, who the fuck cares that you're the GOAT of Mario 64? Like, yeah, it's impressive. Not truly who the fuck cares, but like the level is not comparable, I would argue. You know what I mean? It's like if I were the best TP player, it's like, congrats, 200 people can speedrun this game. Being the best of 200 people is like cool, I guess, but it's not the most popular sport in the world, and I'm still on a level nobody else can fathom. You know? That shit is so fucking insane. LeBron's. Oop. I don't have the ball and chain to do a fast kill, so I gotta. Nah. GOAT talk is always fascinating because you always have to consider like the era, right? Like, there were people playing at a time where people weren't that good, but Messi was doing it for so long. So long. And then people will talk about like, oh, you know, the Green Luigi, wherever the fuck that guy's name is, isn't the GOAT of SM64 because, you know, he's doing it now. Or like Siglemic's not the GOAT because when Siglemic was running, he like had no competition, right? Or some shit like that. Which is why GOAT talk is usually pretty like whatever. I feel like it's a lot more prevalent with basketball because like people who have really insane stats in basketball are like all playing in like the 50s against people who did not know how to like people have just gotten so much taller. Like it makes a bit of a difference. Like taller and playing basketball. Imagine being the only 7-foot tall guy in like a sport of all like 6'5". Like, yeah, you're not gonna have that much competition. I remember one year watching March Madness and there was a guy, I want to say it was UConn 2024? UConn 2024? The dude was just like a foot taller than everyone else on the field. And every single time he was up there, no one scored. Every time I saw him out, nobody scored. And I was just like, The fuck do you do against an 8-foot tall guy? And then he would get the ball and go up to the hoop and he would just like throw it in there and they couldn't stop him. They couldn't even dream of stopping him. It's so funny. Anyways, Fast Ganon, as I'm talking about basketball. I know no one cares about sports ball but me. I'm sorry. I like sports ball. I actually had a bit saved for this rando that I never got to. Who would win, Goku or Messi? I think they'd just be really good friends. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like GOAT respects GOAT. Real recognize real, you know what I mean? I just hope both teams have fun. Yippee! Ganon, stop it. Stop it. I'll have to save my bit for next week. Because this rando is coming to a close. I was just really locked in on like actually trying to be fast this week. I want to be ready for the tournament. But just know it was a funny bit. But I'm still workshopping it a little bit. I promise it was funny. Yeah, I'm happy with this week's rando overall. Other than the fact that we got bamboozled by the checks. Tune in next week for perhaps a light chuckle. Have you been doing any offline practice? That's a really funny one. That's a good bit, actually. Has SwiftIke been practicing? No, I have not, but that's a 221.49, and I'm pretty happy with that. GG's, everyone. Yeah. We're looking better and better every week in the tournament. Qualifier races will be here shortly. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next week for another Twilight Princess Randomizer. Catch me live on Twitch for TP and sometimes not TP. I do other stuff sometimes. I've been playing a lot of indie games recently. That's been fun. Like, subscribe. Bye-bye.